Aw, animals.
Is this the beginning of the end? Residents of an Ohio town are seriously spooked after raccoons in the neighborhood began exhibiting some very strange behavior. One man was with his dog in broad daylight when he spotted a raccoon approaching. It stood on its hind legs and bared its teeth before collapsing into a comatose state. It got back up moments later, but the man didn't stick around to figure out if it was rabid, undead, or something else entirely. Smart. Police reported receiving 14 other complaints in Youngstown over 3 weeks, and have put down all the animals, which were likely suffering from distemper and not rabies. Distemper is a viral disease that causes coughing and seizures in raccoons and causes them to lose their fear of humans. Pets and other animals may be infected, so it's best to steer clear of any weird critters, though it's at least not transmissible to humans. Let's just hope it stays that way. No one needs the Walking Dead at their doorstep. The world is stressful enough already. Why are you being all weird?
Mother Nature is about to totally freak out. Animals are going to act weird when a total solar eclipse passes over the United States later this month. Scientists say when the moon begins to move between the sun and the earth, we could see hoofed animals lying down and hear songbirds fall silent. Eclipse chasers report seeing dolphins and whales swim to the surface of the ocean 5 minutes before an eclipse. Meanwhile, others talk of llamas gathering in line to gaze at the sky, or of spiders dismantling their own webs. According to scientists, an eclipse can disrupt animals' circadian clocks, convincing some it's time to go to bed, or prompting nocturnal creatures to come out and hunt. Researchers at the California Academy of Sciences are asking citizens to take part in an experiment by reporting animal behavior during the Great American Eclipse on August 21st. They want to know what all kinds of animals get up to, including domesticated ones. For more info, check out the iNaturalist app on the App Store or Google Play, or go to www.inaturalist.org.
In Russia, animals have the right to bear arms. A wild bear turned the tables on a hunter after making off with not one, but 2 of the man's firearms. The 57-year-old had taken refuge at a remote cabin in Siberia's Irkutsk region and was out getting water when a brown bear snuck into his sanctuary. The animal seemed taken with some hunting rifles and latched onto them. When the man returned, he spotted the bear and quickly ran into the woods, where he hid for several hours. By the time he came back to the cabin, the bear was gone, but so were his Vepr carbine and IZH shotgun. For the next few days, the hunter searched the taiga for his guns, but failed miserably. He finally called the cops, who are now investigating the bizarre incident. So far, they found bite marks on a plastic bucket and scratches on some logs at the cabin. No leads on the rifle-stealing bear, though, who's probably out somewhere having fun at getting to be the hunter instead of the hunted. Meanwhile, the actual hunter is facing a fine and could forfeit his right to buy and use guns for a year. All thanks to a gun-crazy bear. Lioness sprouts majestic mane. Vets at the Oklahoma Zoo were downright baffled after one of their female charges began to grow a very distinctly male feature. After spending 18 normal years as a fierce female, Bridget the African lioness suddenly began sprouting a manly mane that by November had already resembled Santa's beard. Curiously, the luscious locks didn't seem to be contagious and hadn't come with any behavioral changes. Maned lionesses aren't unheard of, but usually the extra testosterone feeding the mane of glory also gives them increased aggression and male mating behaviors. In one case, a lioness named Emma's full mane growth was attributed to testosterone-producing ovaries, which then taken out caused the mane to disappear. Bridget's zoo has taken a blood sample to figure out if it's a testosterone issue, though it's also possible she has a benign tumor on the adrenal or pituitary gland. In any case, her handlers aren't too worried, since the extra hair doesn't seem to be affecting their big girl's health. Oh dear. When Japanese male macaques were spotted mounting female sika deer back in January, some passed it off as misdirected mating. But when it became clear females were getting in on some of the action too, one thing's for sure: macaques really like to do it with deer. The question on everyone's minds, though, is why? Adult male macaques apparently don't like their adolescent female counterparts, so the ladies in heat end up turning to another species for satisfaction. They thrust and grind their lady bits on the backs of their stag mates, which only tolerate them because they get groomed in return. That must be some good grooming, because the females can get pretty damn excited, with some rude ones even stealing someone else's stag. They're also very demanding and have been known to throw massive hissy fits if Bambi doesn't want to give it. Wild Japan, indeed.